Welcome back, guys. What's up? What's good and up? How's it going? My name is Shepherd's Head. I'm your boy. I want to say thanks for watching as always as we monitor this most recent incoming attack from the fucking green or whatever color they are biters, because everybody tells me that colors aren't the colors I think they are. But that's an aside. Color blindness. Oh my god. So, I just wanted to start with this little action scene before we get to work. Oh, well, I realize what I'm doing is not exactly what I was hoping to do. I was gonna set up some more of these, oh, I already have plenty. Some more of these hand-fed furnaces. Because I'm in dire straits, my mans. If I was just, some normal Factorio, I would have already built 5,000 rockets and been to space and came back and crashed a whole other spaceship. But no, I'm playing uber duper hard mode. Just kidding. To be completely explicit, I am just kidding. I'm playing Factorio Rampant, for those of you who don't know. For those of you just tuning in, welcome to the channel, guys. I love you so much. I love you more than the other Let's Players. And I can prove it to you. If we can get 3 likes on this video, I will prove it to you without a shadow of a doubt that I love you with great passion. But not like too much, like not like this bad, like the not too much passion, but like just the right amount. So anyway, so I'm doing a lot of hand feeding because I know I'm kind of like whatever subtype of mental skill this game requires. I don't know if it's math or like some form of logic or something. I admit it's not my strongest area of brain. Bruh. Okay. So I end up with a lot of these goofy ramshackle shits. But the positive side, or one of my stronger suits, is in narrative and storycraft. I'm a graphic novelist by night. Chapter 1 of my beloved, super good comic book / manga, although I know I'm not allowed to call it manga unless I'm Japanese, because that is the definition of it. But it's in the Japanese traditional style. But it's a comic book because I am what I am. You feel me? It's out now. Order it off of any shop. It's not on Amazon though. You have to like DM me and I'll send it to you. But if you buy one, it'll be very special and very customized just for you. I'll draw you like your own little picture, your original, one of a kind. No one else in the world will ever have it. So yeah, let me know if you're interested. I might talk a little bit more about it before we're done, but talking about it is kind of distracting me from these very important tasks, which is handcrafting a lot of these inserters, because that's how I make green science, and I desperately need green science. Here's my strategy. Here's my plan for how to not die. Oh, quickly, let me tell you the win or lose condition. These labs, I believe this was the first one. So if this lab gets destroyed by aliens, that counts as, that's a loss. The game is over if this lab is destroyed. and if and when that ever happens, I will start a new game. I don't know if it'd be Factorio, if it'd be something else. If anyone's ever watching, you could definitely vote. I got a couple options. I love Stalker Gamma. Be thrilled to revisit Stalker Gamma. I wanted to play Hell Let Loose for a long time, but my current PC is too old. But I just bought a new one, and it's coming today. So hopefully that'll mean my quality will go up even a little bit. But I think, so you said, I'm trying to think of like what you would be entertained by, the audience at large, or like what I can deliver best to you. Many months ago, I recorded a Fallout 4. Just randomly decided to replay Fallout 4 after like 4 years of not touching it, and I was loving it. I was having so much fun because I was like making up little stories for the random raiders and shit. But it all got, or the majority of it got corrupted because at the time I was a little too dumb to figure out how to fucking, this is not good, to figure out how to record my screen. So I just, in my impatience, used my literal cell phone propped up to record my screen, which is like, I mean, I hope you see the humor in it because it's pretty funny. Does a long hand, do you think a long hand could reach? Ooh. Oh, that's a long hand. That's a long-handed inserter if I ever did see one. So, tangents, because I'm in tangent brain mode. Like, I need more automation. I need to at least automate the fucking green science things. And back to the strategy, the research strategy. If you can tell by what this, I'm sure anyone who knows anything about Factorio knows what's happening here. So I have to go solar panel. Next is portable solar panel. Next, chemical science pack. And finally, jetpack 1. Bruh. Jetpack in this game, in my opinion, is borked OP. And double OP because of the nature of this map that I so carefully selected. Let me save real quick because I'm gonna say this is B2 map review. You should read my other save game file names sometime. They're pretty funny. So here's a heart, and I'm gonna name it something. I guess I named it Core Lab, and I'm gonna keep this place as like the old starter base, and expand down here because I know I need way more industry, bro. My industry is, ooh, and I've half stripped this iron patch already. I've got 331,000 iron in my home patch. That's the only iron patch I can access safely. There's no more iron anywhere. There's not even iron over fucking here. It's like nowhere. There's some way up there. But so this is my next target. And otherwise, I was like, I'm gonna make 5,000 landfill and like build a tiny bridge over to this island and then to that island and then like stealth my ass up here and fucking build a whatever. But with the jetpack, bro, I can just, oh my god, it's gonna be so fucking cool, in my opinion. So even if you don't think it's cool, maybe, just maybe, you can vicariously enjoy my enjoyment of it. So let's see, this is all green science. So jetpack is the first. So I need 100 chemical science packs. Each one takes 1 multi-cylinder engine, 3 advanced circuits, and 2 sulfur. Sulfur's cheap as fuck. Multi-cylinder engines, I have a good bit of them, and I can automate them quickly. It's the circuits. It's the circuits that are going to be the fucking problem. I'll just make some of these right now. Make some out of wood, whatever. Just need plastic? Really? That's it? Huh? I remember them being more difficult to... my science feeding system isn't the best, so sometimes I have to just give it a little boost. Alright. I just need to keep doing my little hand feeding rounds real quick. I put the wall there for aesthetic purposes, but it's like kind of a nuisance. Drop some here. Now I need the copper, which is still further than it needs to be, but it's not that far. It's right here. I belted it. Look, see guys, I'm learning to not be lazy. And I'm starting to think, although my sentimental nature is like, no, I want to keep the first power plant. But I'm starting to think it might be better to just move the whole power plant and make a big ass one here. Because this is where my safest coal patch is. So I can just, I don't have to keep doing what I'm doing now, which is transporting it by train from there, one wagon at a time, down to here, and unloading it in this very unorthodox and poorly optimized situation with not even really good inserters. And it keeps running out of fuel because this train is not throwing enough it's not putting enough through, or whatever. A couple more things to check on before we take the train. Okay, so this is making sand. Where's all my rocks? I always have too many rocks until we can have some more bricks. Have some more bricks. And rocks. Gotta get rocks. I do have a rock mine down here. Oof, that's another errand. Add it to the list of things I'm probably gonna forget. And let's just take a moment to stroll across this beautiful nighttime landscape. Here's my very important pipes. I surrounded them with landmines, hoping that would protect them somehow. Surround them with bombs. That's a surefire way to make sure that they're safe. And I've got... Okay, so I have a wall machine and I have a brick collector, but I don't have just a raw rock box. I'm gonna use wooden crates because it just feels fitting. I don't like that sound, but I know I'm good. I have faith. And I guess I should add... why not? Whoa! Ooh, that scared me a little bit. Look how precariously close I am. Like, I pushed out no more than is absolutely necessary. I lost a shotgun turret, but I can replace it with 2 more, because I got them automated now. Finally learning the powers of automation. I can even kind of do this, because there seems to be a pattern where they gravitate towards the left side. I don't have repair packs. Nuisance. This guy's about to die, so I'm going to rescue him and replace him with a brand new one. I'm going to tow him back to the shop for repairs, you know. And landmines, of course. I have a million landmines, but none of them on me. Oh, let's watch. Oh, ow. Ooh, he hit me. The Superman, when Superman bleeds at one time, comes to mind. I don't have any walls either. It's all stored away. But odds are they're going to be okay. I just do need to re-bolster the walls, but... oh, God. This random gripe while I'm here. Rampant Arsenal's a really fun mod. but they just should have buffed the normal ammo, turret ammo, because the turret drains normal ammo so stupid fast compared to the shotgun, which makes the normal turret actually like trash. Although it does have higher DPS, it just, the ammo runs out so fucking ridiculously fast. And now I'll keep them here because, so the way I see it is like, yeah, I'm going real slow. Oh, what the fucking, just make something, bro. Make something important. Make circuits. You know, eventually, if I do indeed suck as much as I claim I do, there's going to come a point where I'm gonna fall behind, and the evolution's gonna catch up with me, and they're gonna start sending the like super mega death bugs, and I'm like kind of down. It's like I'm not necessarily trying to like win Factorio. I'm just enjoying the journey, and also making content. Which, oops, I just shot a. Well, at least it wasn't a fucking normal mortar. It was like a rocket mortar or a mine launcher. It's a mine inverter. I never made the connection. Why not let the burner snakes burn? Oh, they can't. Just give them one last hurrah. Alright, I got rocks now, so you can drop them in here and turn them into sand. Sand goes in here and makes concrete. Oh, I didn't get more. Well, no matter. It's low priority at this point. I've already invested enough attention in that for the time being. Next time I come back, I need more bullets and more walls. But, so I got 1.8, so that's basically 4,000 total. So let's do an oil run real quick. Let me drop some iron in the gearbox, and let me, if I may, yeah, add these, and okay, steal some iron, make these real quick, and just give another once over while I'm waiting. It's crazy how rich this fucking copper vein has been. As many shotgun shells as I can get, boy. Don't have a lot of fuel at the moment, but I'll come back, I promise. And comically enough, it's about to link up perfectly with this random box that I used for something else a long time ago. Lots of vestigial things. And I have had to tear a lot of them down. But that's okay. Make room for better things. I'm gonna go ahead and take pretty much all of that, yeah. While I was, let's see, what's a euphemistic word for? While I was in a whimsical state of mind, just because I love life sometimes more than others, I came up with this like narrative situation where it's like, oh, the ritual, because these are fuel-powered lamps that you get before you get electricity. look at me. I'm such a fucking goober. I was like, oh, every night we must come and fucking. I ain't doing all that though. I'm fucking using the shortcuts. And I guess this is as good a time as any to show you this weird like ogre statue I made out of walls. So it's like, I'm just gonna doodle in Factorio. I don't need to fucking industrialize. I don't even have. Where's all that wood? Where's the wood? Isn't it right in front of my face? Oh, it's all getting turned into circuits. Oh, there it is. Ta-da! Isn't it beautiful? It's a work in progress, man. Let's see what happens if I do this. Oh, I don't know if I like that, but... Oh, interesting. Oh. Okay. Well, that's very much an off-cam activity. Although I do want to put something here. A badass turret. Or like 4 turrets. 1, 2, 3. Yes, the turret triangle. Just because. As long as we're only losing walls, we're doing good. But time is for sure of the essence, so I'm gonna make a new save. Just in case I've like wasted so much time that, you know, that the game is unsalvageable. 5 minutes later I'm gonna get hit with like a massive swarm that just eats me in one fell goop. Oh, you're missing steel now. Okay. I don't need those. Thinking too hard. And it sucks. That's the thing about thinking is it doesn't matter how hard you think. Alright, we have stations now. Kenny Ordonez. Oil core. Take me to oil core, please. Pronto stat. Is it more cinematic if I zoom in, or is it more cinematic if I zoom out? Or maybe how about a pan? Like a nice pan. Wait. Oops. Cancel that. Bro. Manual override, dog. Yo, I can't even click on it. Manual override. Stop. 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 Runaway train. Why am I not manually overriding? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. I'm embarrassed to admit this, guys, but I was manual overriding. But I was just pressing forward. I didn't come here equipped to fix anything. Wait, yes I did. The train has stuff. Yes. Okay. Of course, like, except for fucking iron. No, I have to have iron. Yeah. Yeah. So cancel the engines for now. DX. Alright. Put these broken shotguns back. Sacrificial shotgun. Landmine. Landline. Landline? Damn fine. Scam guy. Ram nice. Ram right. Bam tight. Oh yeah, I'm also a rapper, so if you want to support me that way. Wait, that reminds me of a tangent I said I might talk about later, which is now. There is a point. There is a higher purpose to this seemingly superfluous posting myself playing video games on the internet. Because I know there's a lot of people on the internet, and I know there's some people who have passion and a means to support and a willingness to do so if they see value in what their supportee is offering. I'm not trying to... Yes, here, reverse that joke and do the opposite of the joke. Here's my pitch. Since I was late teen, high school, around high schoolish time, I came up with this idea for a comic book fictional world classic. You've heard it a million times, right? So what's special about you, or what makes you stand out in the crowd of a million fucking comic book writers? Well, let me tell you, bro. I can't tell you it all right now, because it, not like trying to even be funny. It really is just a lot. And maybe that's like, at the very least, I can just make videos playing video games and simultaneously telling the story of my comic book, because to be honest, one of my greatest struggles, perhaps the only struggle, it's like I struggle with, mental challenge, pain, depression, chronic depression for a long time, chronic fatigue, and it's just very hard. Very hard to function, much less do these like higher, whatever type activities like drawing a fucking comic book. And on a less dramatic level, it's like, I've been led to believe it's impossible for me to make this a successful career, and so you should give up and don't quit your day job, which I have not quit my day job, at least not yet. Okay, well, so here's the synopsis. First, I gotta say, I initially wrote the kind of this prologue, the intro to it, because it's a really vast story. It's like huge. There's a lot of characters. It's a fantasy kind of time-bending thing. It spans all different eras of time, but there's not way too many characters, but there's a lot of characters, and sometimes they cross paths, but oftentimes they're just separate stories, but they're all interlinked, and it's not like it becomes clear at some point how they're interlinked. But in essence, it's a fantasy novel. Okay, yeah, right. So I'm writing a novel and a comic book, which I believe they're gonna fuse at some point. Spoiler alert, you can steal this from me. I give you permission to plagiarize this. I'm sure someone's done it before, where at some point in a manga, graphic novel, comic book, you turn the page, and then the next page you turn it and it's a book. It's like no longer illustrated, it's just text. And I think that would be A, quirky, B, novel, C, fun, D, cool. I could like fuse a comic book and a regular book. I guess they call those picture books, but it's different. But whatever, man. I know it's all been done before, but I just can't help but shake the thought that so many people are gonna be like, "Oh, you stole that from XYZ." I have feelings about that claim, and if you want to talk to me about it in a cordial, or you don't have to be cordial. We can fucking fight if you want, and I will wreck you. Just kidding. I love you. All art is built off past art, just like all things have built off that which has come before. I'm standing on the backs of giants, and I kneel to the giants every day. At least I would like to. Maybe I should. Literally. But I'm gonna stop babbling for a second and go back to the game, so that we don't lose whatever. Let's see if my auto thing loader thing is working. It's not. How the hell did I ever expect for this to work? I just didn't finish it. Okay. I need, I want some of these. Oh, they're so slow to fucking make. Well, in the meantime, it would be really useful if I could have this fluid wagon. It would really be useful to have the concrete wall. No, well, the gates is what I thought. I would love to have these. I would love to have some accumulators, man. Fuel refinery is great. Train signals, I admit I still don't exactly understand how to use them, but whatever. Clip explosives convenient. Yeah, but this is the meta that I see. After the jetpack, though, any Factorio veteran knows what this is headed towards. Robot. But robots are a long way away because I gotta do all this other shit. You know, we can light the old burner, the burner generator just for aesthetics. Let's go. Cool. This game is so cool, man. Oh, well, it's already out of fuel. Ain't that just the way? These are spotlights from Rampant Arsenal. I don't understand exactly how they work, but they're there anyway. And I'm willing to bet I'm, really not doing good power-wise. So, I gotta fix this later, but for now I'm just gonna hand feed it one more time. We're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, don't stop the dancing. Wait, what? Okay. Fix everything on the way. Don't need that anymore. Oh yeah, that was another project I just was halfway through. Man. Well, I'll wrap it up with the actual telling you what my fucking comic book is about. Which I would love to turn into an animated miniseries, a la Korra, Castlevania, Attack on Titan, One Punch Man. Well, now I'm naming my inspirations. Before I describe the first protagonist slash actually the main antagonist, but he starts out as the main character, I just want you to know, yes, I did read Superman, but no, I had never heard of Invincible when I wrote this. It has lots of similarities to Invincible. It also has lots of similarities to Homelander from that fucking show that I still haven't watched. The boys, the dudes. It's a similar archetype to those characters, but mine, Power Man is his name. He's a very special form of that. So, Hustle Forest. That's the title of my fucking manga, Americanga. I hope that's not offensive. Actually, I'm offended by it. I'm offended by it too. Yeah. Chapter 1 out now. It's available. You can buy it from me immediately. Send me a message. I'll mail it to you with a very special drawing, and possibly like a little gem or some other sort of gift, because it means so much to me. Because at current, the only people who've read it are, close friends and family, and like 5 people that I just randomly sold it to, like on the street at Dragon Con 3 years ago. That said, I probably sold like in person sold between 10 and 20 copies. And in more full disclosure, full open honesty sesh, I still have not finished Chapter 2 or Chapter 0, both of which I've been working on for the past many years. And even working on is a stretch because the aforementioned struggles. So that's part of why I'm trying to establish some kind of audience, no matter how small. Anyone who hears about it, it's like, sure, maybe I'm probably not going to be able to like fund a full-fledged animated production, but if by posting on this magical internet that I love so much and have been on since I was a child, and a couple more people can read my comic book, and which would encourage me and give me the power to be like, oh wait, maybe I can like side hustle it, hence the name. Like, maybe people do like it, or maybe not. No pressure, that's a lot of pressure. So I might try and adjust my approach to that topic. But anyway, before I go, I'm going to take a load of coal, because that's what I need. And I have so much concrete. And that stupid train isn't here. Puzzle Forest is a story within a story. It's a story about many stories. But shut the fuck up. Puzzle Forest Chapter 1 introduces my totally original character, Do Not Steal. For those of you who know the meme, I hope you appreciate the poignancy. His name is Power Man. Origins are foggy to him at this point because, yeah, he has Superman-like powers. He can fly. He's pretty strong. He's like Superman level strong. He doesn't have all of his power. He can't shoot laser beams for whatever reason. And he's a little more vulnerable to emotional attack. That's a good way to introduce him. He comes across these superpowers. How he got them is a mystery, and his memories change at certain points. So at some point he realizes how he thought he got them is not the truth. I wonder what it actually is. You gotta redefine it. I'm not trying to be sarcastic, but I just can't help it. I'm not sarcastic, but I'm just being playful. So we got Power Man. Power Man, when he got his power, as any one of us I think would, or at least as I would, he tried everything he could to make the world a better place. I forgot the coal. He used his powers for good and to make the world a better place, but that's complicated. And when it comes down to making the world better for some people makes the world worse for others, that becomes a very real quandary, especially when you are compared to most normal people, most civilian citizens. You have this unreasonable power that kind of defies logic and doesn't make any sense, but you have it. If you wanted to, that person who was talking to you could be disintegrated by blinking your eyes full speed. That's how fast he is. And I'd like doing a lot of stuff like that, where it's you take all the well, did you know if the Flash actually ran at the speed of sound, he would make sonic booms everywhere? I enjoy that, trying to bring realism into the most unrealistic possible shit, which is fantasy. So I'm not gonna overload you with everything. I gotta pick and choose and save some for later, for the next app, to keep y'all watching. Because comment, and subscribe, please God. If I can get 3 likes, something fantastic will happen. I swear to God. If you like this video, man, you will be blessed in ways you cannot even imagine. Or if you don't like the word blessed because it sounds icky and loaded, you're gonna be slaying and work, bitch. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's take one quick look at the map. Let's take one quick look at the tech tree. Deep breath, in, out, save the game. B4, tell in audience about P-Man. Power Man's Superman-like power drove him insane. many instances it took a while, and he tried, but there were breaking points after breaking points, and many camels' backs were broken by many straws. Another thing about him that it seems to be true for Superman 2, but I've never read one where they directly address it, is that Power Man is immortal, which means he tells you this very adamantly when he introduces himself, he cannot die. And at first, that's great, because, well, I got vanquished by that thing that was stronger than me. I'll just give you a little spoiler, because fucking whatever. One of his big turning moments was when he fought this, like, giant beast. I believe I named it Meltra, or Meta Meltra. And essentially, he just kind of made a mistake and made a selfish decision, but like a decision that any one of us would have made. It's like, well, depending, right? He basically was lazy and procrastinated on going to contact Meta Meltra, which was this gigantic cosmic beast that was flying out of space towards Earth with the intent on destroying something, if not everything. And just because he procrastinated a little bit, he got an entire city wiped off the map. And that was kind of the beginning of the end, where he's like, these people hate me now, and I do everything I can for them. Even though he is superpowered, he still has a limited human mind, and he can't, like, fucking be everywhere at once. He can be in a lot of places way faster than I can, but he's not omnipotent. He's a human being with crazy powers, or more like, another way to say it would be he's half human, half god. But he eventually loses his mind, and he turns evil. There's so much, but I'm trying to give you the basic outline and save details for later. But there's so much I want to tell you, man. You'll just have to watch the next episode. Eventually he comes to the conclusion that life is the cause of suffering, and he sees so much suffering, especially because he's immortal, and so he has seen, like, all of the people he's loved die, and then new people came that he kind of loved still, but it was never the same, because it wasn't the first time. It was like, he's way older than them, and it's like he feels ostracized, whatever, because he's superpowered, but he still loves, and but after like multiple generations of people, and everyone he knows is dead and forgotten, and it's horrifying. He's almost like a vampire in that way. That is a very Dracula style. That's why on the back of it I put, with a splash of Faust, even though I've never fucking read Faust, I just know it has something about Mephistopheles or whatever, and he has a similar conundrum, as far as I understand it. I'm not sure, but yeah. So Super Power Man decides his goal now is to eliminate all life, and he goes about that in a variety of ways, comic book villainy ways, but very genocidal. He's at best dropping nukes on cities and trying to get other people to rally to the cause. Interesting side fact about this world: it is not a sphere. It's not a planet in the sense that we think of a planet. It is a plane, but it's kind of like an infinite flat expanse, and they only know what is out to a certain distance, and they kind of can't get any further. But of course, as technology grows, they do get further and further and further, but the world just keeps going. It just keeps going. And so there is like an outer limit of like what we know, how far we've been. But Power Man's trying to destroy all of that, which is impossible. It's like a Hydra. But he he's responsible for the deaths of billions, if not trillions, of lives. So he's the worst villain possible, based on how many lives he's taken. One slightly redeeming, because this is the thing, is like, can you redeem that character? Some would say no, and you would not be wrong. It's like, those are fucking sins beyond reckoning. But there comes a point after so long when Power Man's fully like the president of the world, and he's got this like super fortress of scientists. Of course there's like other superheroes that are always trying to defeat him and like attack his compounds and foil his plans, and they do, and he's got lots of nemesis and all that shit, but they all died, as he says in chapter 1, which you should buy from me, please, because it would mean the world to me. He finally gets this like team of super scientists to figure out a way to destroy the whole world. Finally, it will all be destroyed. This is like an infinite bomb. It's gonna destroy everything. And he's like, cool, do it. I'll do it myself. He like carries it up into space with his super flying power, and he's like so happy because he thinks, I've finally found a way to be free. It's like, yeah, he's trying to destroy the whole world because he can't die, but he feels like if he destroys the whole world, he will be gone too. But, well, I'll leave you on a cliffhanger as to what happens next. I guess it's kind of obvious what happens next. He doesn't die. He does not die. There's everything else dies. So he basically puts himself into the void, an infinite expanse of nothingness and nothingness and eons and time beyond time, no time, time immeasurable, time immemorial, if that makes sense in this context. And then it kind of congeals slowly. It congeals, and then it's ash. A plane, like a flat plane, does reappear eventually, and it's ash. It's ash, and so he walks through this ash forever. And some things happen in the ash, but that's like ancient history, bro. You gotta read the comic book for that shit. Those are major spoilers. But after anything less than an eternity, or multiple eternities, or whatever, he sees, for the first time in 5 bajillion squillion years. Why aren't they on? Hello? Disable by controller. What? He sees a tree, and he sits there and watches the tree grow, which we know you can't watch a tree grow. That takes a long time. But that's just one of my ways of illustrating how fucking long he has been alone after his own choice to destroy the world. Fast. He sees a tree, he finds the forest, and he's happy to be in the forest. But then it's weird still, because he's still alone and he's still scared, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And chapter 1 of Hustle Forest ends basically when he meets somebody. The first person he's seen in an untold amount of time. And she's shy. She's this little, like, kind of half bird animal person creature, but she's clearly sentient. Like, she's wearing like clothes, and she has a shovel, and she's collecting like plant matter, her stalks, as she calls them. That's her first line. That's Era's first line. Her name's Era. I could tell you all about her, but I'm trying to keep the story from being spoiled. But he meets her, and then he meets her village of people And he, after massacring like billions of people and indeed blowing up everything, including all his best scientists that were like he destroyed everything. And he obviously, you know, as one would imagine, after a 15 quintillion, however many I said years being alone, although he wasn't quite alone, spoiler alert, you would think maybe he had learned his lesson. And he has. Or at least he tries to. And that's what the story is all about. He has a new chance to try and use his weird power for good. But he still has his history that he cannot escape. And then he meets this other guy, and then there's also this other part that's totally separate, but it's interrelated. And then there's this other character named Dorkamy, who's actually there the whole time. He is reading the story with you, and he pops in little bubbles and makes comments sometimes. But Dorkamy is actually the main character of my fantasy novel, which is connected to Hustle Forest, but it's a novel. So like, I need some funding. I need more time to work on this stuff because I have a day job that takes all of my energy and time. So yeah, part of my goal is hopefully maybe I could get my word, get my name out there a little bit. Maybe somebody would be down to like donate $1 a month maybe through like some Patreon or something like that. And it could fund this content and also the deeper content. And who knows how far it could go. But everyone says like follow your dreams and then try and come up with like a strategic way to get there. And this is the best thing I can come up with, man. Aside from going to a bank and just taking out a loan, which probably not going to be able to pay back because like banks scare me. This seems like my best bet. No pressure. No high expectations. I'm just having fun. It's cathartic for me to tell people, even imaginary people who never listen to this, about my comic book. But it's out there, man. My name, my story has been told a little bit. And I hope you enjoyed. And I appreciate you for watching. I'm going to go do some more work. I'm going to do some more Factorios. Honestly, did you like that joke? Be honest. You can be honest with me. You don't have to. Okay. I love you guys. Let's go gaze into the core. The core. The core. It would be cool if you would walk onto that. But it ain't that type of game. It's a factory game, bro. Alright. I love you. See you next time.